The dark surface of Loch Ness is shrouded in a low-lying fog, creating an atmosphere of mystery. The mist obscures the distant shores, enhancing the sense of isolation and the unknown. Gentle ripples spread across the water's surface, disturbing the otherwise still reflection. These subtle movements suggest an unseen presence beneath the dark waters. The nocturnal setting deepens the enigma surrounding the legendary loch. The combination of fog, darkness, and ripples evokes the enduring mystery of Loch Ness. Sonar technology utilizes sound waves to detect objects underwater. A sonar device emits rhythmic pulses of sound, known as pings. These sound waves travel through water until they encounter an object. Upon impact, the sound waves reflect off the object and return to the sonar unit. The time taken for the echo to return helps determine the object's distance and location. This process enables the detection of anomalies or features within aquatic environments. Throughout history, various cultures have documented encounters with unexplained phenomena. These accounts often describe sightings of unknown entities or objects. Such reports are not isolated incidents but span across generations. Historical texts, folklore, and oral traditions preserve these narratives. The consistency of these repeated sightings suggests a persistent mystery. These historical records provide a foundation for investigating alleged encounters with the unknown. A large, stylized question mark forms, representing a central enigma. This enigma pertains to persistent claims lacking confirmed physical proof. Despite numerous assertions, tangible evidence remains elusive. The absence of physical proof creates a significant investigative challenge. This situation highlights the gap between anecdotal accounts and verifiable facts. It underscores the importance of empirical data in validating claims. Legends are narratives that transcend time, embodying cultural values and historical memory. These stories often originate from historical events or figures, embellished over generations. Their enduring presence is sustained through oral traditions, written works, and artistic interpretations. In popular culture, legends are continuously reinterpreted, adapting to contemporary contexts and media. This constant evolution ensures that the essence of the legend remains relevant and captivating across eras. The Loch Ness Monster remains one of the most enduring mysteries in modern folklore. A fundamental question is whether it represents an undiscovered animal species. Another perspective suggests the sightings are merely a chain of misidentifications. These misidentifications could involve known animals, objects, or optical illusions. Alternatively, the phenomenon could be a powerful legend, sustained by cultural narratives. This inquiry explores the nature of belief, evidence, and storytelling surrounding Nessie. The Loch Ness Monster, often referred to as Nessie, is a legendary creature. It is believed to inhabit Loch Ness, a large freshwater loch in the Scottish Highlands. Descriptions typically portray Nessie as a large, long-necked marine reptile. The legend gained global prominence in the 20th century, fueled by alleged sightings and photographs. Despite numerous investigations, scientific evidence for its existence remains inconclusive. Loch Ness is a large freshwater loch in the Scottish Highlands. It is renowned globally for the legendary Loch Ness Monster, often called Nessie. The loch is over 20 miles long and reaches depths of more than 700 feet. Its deep, murky waters provide a mysterious environment, fueling speculation about Nessie's existence. The alleged habitat of the creature is pinpointed within this vast body of water. Illustrative representations often depict creatures based on common descriptions. These depictions translate verbal accounts into visual forms. A frequently described characteristic is a large body size. Another common feature is a long, extended neck. Some illustrations also include a distinctive hump on the creature's back. Legends and stories often have ancient origins, evolving over centuries. Many tales exist in various forms across different cultures and time periods. A specific version of a legend can gain prominence and global recognition. The modern iteration of this legend achieved global fame during the 20th century. The graphic illustrates the concept of tracing ancient stories. It suggests that older narratives often have deep historical roots. These stories can be traced back much further in time. This indicates a significant longevity and cultural persistence. The tracing reveals the extensive historical journey of these narratives. An archival manuscript from the 7th century details an account of St. Columba. This historical text references a dangerous beast inhabiting the River Ness area. The description in the manuscript is often associated with the legend of Nessie. This early record highlights the long-standing mystery surrounding the Loch Ness Monster. Scholarly references, such as Britannica, contribute to discussions of legends. These references often highlight older cultural associations linked to the legend. Such associations provide historical context and depth to the legendary narratives. Specific examples, like Pictish carvings, are cited as evidence in these discussions. These citations help to substantiate and enrich the understanding of the legend's origins. Pictish carvings are ancient symbols etched into stone by the Picts, an Iron Age people of Scotland. These intricate designs often feature animals, abstract patterns, and human figures. Analyzing these artistic elements can provide insights into their cultural beliefs and narratives. Specific motifs within the carvings may directly relate to local legends or historical events. Interpretation involves contextualizing these symbols within the broader archaeological and historical record. Ancient references often provide historical context for legends. These references do not confirm the existence of mythical creatures. Instead, they explain the enduring nature and ancient origins of such tales. The historical interpretations clarify the legend's deep-rooted cultural significance. This graphic illustrates the concept of a story deeply rooted in local tradition. It visualizes how historical connections contribute to this sense of cultural depth. The graphic highlights the intricate links between narrative elements and local heritage. It demonstrates how past events and customs influence contemporary storytelling. The visual representation emphasizes the organic growth of stories from their cultural soil. Ultimately, it shows how these connections create an authentic and resonant narrative experience. The year 1933 marks a pivotal moment in the legend of the Loch Ness Monster. This period is widely recognized as the start of the modern Nessie craze. Increased public interest and media attention began to solidify the myth. Reports and sightings from this era significantly shaped the monster's enduring image. In 1933, media coverage underwent a significant transformation. Newspaper headlines and articles from this era illustrate this shift. Local reports, once confined, began to reach a wider audience. Modern media techniques amplified the reach and impact of news. This process transformed localized events into global mysteries. Eyewitness accounts play a crucial role in shaping and disseminating narratives. These personal stories provide a human element, making abstract concepts or events more relatable. The sharing of individual experiences contributes to the collective understanding of a phenomenon. As accounts spread, they can reinforce existing beliefs or introduce new perspectives. This process of sharing and retelling ultimately amplifies the legend, solidifying its presence in public consciousness. The legend of the Loch Ness Monster has significantly influenced local tourism. Increased tourism around Loch Ness further amplifies the legend's reach and popularity. This symbiotic relationship drives economic activity and cultural engagement. The graphic illustrates the direct correlation between tourism and the legend's prominence. Cultural phenomena often originate from specific local contexts, reflecting unique traditions. Initially, these elements are known and appreciated within a limited geographical area or community. Through various channels, local tales and practices begin to spread beyond their origins. Media, travel, and digital communication facilitate the rapid dissemination of cultural content. As exposure increases, local narratives can transform into widespread international obsessions. This transition illustrates the dynamic nature of cultural exchange and globalization. Evidence is crucial in various fields, from scientific research to legal proceedings. Over time, the types of evidence considered valid have evolved and diversified. One common category of evidence includes visual records, such as photographs. Moving images, like films, also serve as significant visual evidence. Technological advancements introduced new forms, such as sonar traces, for underwater mapping. Furthermore, human accounts, known as witness testimony, remain a key form of evidence. The magnifying glass graphic symbolizes a process of close examination and critical analysis. It highlights the importance of rigorous evaluation in assessing the validity of information or evidence. The visual suggests that initial perceptions of famous material may not withstand detailed inspection. This implies that even well-known or widely accepted facts can be disproven upon closer review. Therefore, the graphic underscores the necessity of scrutiny to prevent misinformation from persisting. The surgeon's photograph is a well-known archival image from 1934. This photograph was once presented as definitive proof of the Loch Ness Monster's existence. It depicts what appears to be the head and neck of a creature emerging from the water. Despite its initial impact, the image was later revealed to be an elaborate hoax. The surgeon's photograph was once presented as compelling evidence of the Loch Ness Monster. This iconic image depicted what appeared to be a long-necked creature emerging from the water. For decades, it fueled public fascination and belief in the cryptid. However, investigations and confessions later revealed the photograph to be a deliberate fabrication. It was created using a toy submarine with a sculpted head attached. The surgeon's photograph is now widely recognized as a hoax, undermining its evidentiary value. Theory A proposes the existence of a surviving prehistoric creature. This theory suggests that certain ancient species may still inhabit remote areas. It posits that these creatures have evaded detection and extinction. The concept introduces the possibility of undiscovered life forms from past eras. The plesiosaur theory is a popular hypothesis regarding the identity of the Loch Ness Monster. This theory suggests that Nessie is a surviving, long-necked marine reptile from the Mesozoic era. Plesiosaurs were characterized by their broad bodies, long necks, and 4 large flippers. Scientific reconstructions often depict these creatures as the most famous popular theory for Nessie. A graphic illustrates how a specific idea contributed to visual iconography. This idea helped to make a legend visually iconic. The visual representation significantly shaped public perception. This process demonstrates the power of visual elements in establishing cultural recognition. A scientific disclaimer clarifies the status of a theory or concept. It explicitly states when a theory lacks mainstream scientific evidence. This disclaimer distinguishes popular beliefs from established scientific consensus. Its purpose is to inform the audience about the theory's scientific validity. Such disclaimers promote critical thinking and accurate understanding of scientific claims. Theory B proposes an alternative explanation for a phenomenon. It suggests that the subject in question is a real animal. However, this animal is considered ordinary, not extraordinary. This theory contrasts with explanations involving mythical or unique creatures. It aims to provide a grounded, biological interpretation. Theory B seeks to demystify the subject through conventional zoological understanding. This simulation illustrates the underwater movement of a seal. Seals are marine mammals adapted to aquatic environments, known for their agile swimming. Their streamlined bodies and powerful flippers enable efficient propulsion through water. Seals often navigate in low-light conditions, such as deep or murky waters. Their appearance and movement can be misinterpreted by human observers. Such sightings may lead to misidentification, explaining some anomalous reports. Underwater footage often presents challenges for accurate object identification. Simulations of fish movement can highlight potential sources of misidentification in real-world scenarios. Large fish moving beneath the surface can create visual ambiguities. These movements might be mistaken for other objects or phenomena due to limited visibility. Such simulations are crucial for improving detection algorithms and reducing errors in underwater observation. Boat wakes are disturbances created on the water surface by a moving vessel. These wakes form a distinct pattern of waves that propagate outwards from the boat's path. The visual appearance of these wave patterns can sometimes be misinterpreted. They can be mistaken for the movement or presence of an aquatic creature. Inanimate objects can often lead to ambiguous sightings, particularly in challenging environments. For instance, floating debris in murky water can be easily mistaken for something else. The lack of clear visibility and distinct features contributes to misidentification. Such conditions highlight how ordinary objects can create deceptive visual perceptions. Birds diving and surfacing on water can create visual phenomena. These movements often generate ripples and splashes. The interaction of light with these disturbances can be complex. Reflections and refractions may occur, altering perceptions. Such activity can lead to misidentification of objects or events. It illustrates how natural occurrences can be misinterpreted. A simulation demonstrates how natural water dynamics create unusual wave patterns. These dynamic interactions can lead to visually misleading effects on the water surface. Such phenomena highlight the complex physics governing fluid behavior. Understanding these effects is crucial for various scientific and engineering applications. The giant eel hypothesis refers to a concept that has been discussed in modern scientific discourse. This hypothesis proposes the existence of exceptionally large eels, far exceeding typical sizes. Such ideas often emerge from anecdotal sightings or unconfirmed reports from various sources. The giant eel concept serves as a metaphor for unverified or speculative biological theories. It highlights the ongoing exploration of unknown species and the limits of current scientific knowledge. Theory C is introduced as a skeptical explanation for unexplained phenomena. This theory posits that many such events are the result of deliberate hoaxes. Hoaxes involve intentional deception to create a false impression or belief. Alternatively, Theory C suggests phenomena stem from misidentification. Misidentification occurs when observers incorrectly interpret ordinary objects or events. Both hoaxes and misidentification offer non-supernatural explanations. False reports play a significant role in the perpetuation and sustenance of various legends. These reports often emerge from misunderstandings, misinterpretations, or deliberate fabrications of events. Once disseminated, false reports can quickly spread, particularly through informal communication channels. The repetition and widespread belief in these reports contribute to the legend's perceived authenticity. Thus, false reports act as a mechanism, reinforcing and extending the lifespan of a legend over time. Suggestive imagery refers to visual stimuli that are open to multiple interpretations. These ambiguous images often lack clear, definitive features, inviting viewers to project meaning. The human mind actively seeks patterns and familiar forms within such visual uncertainty. This cognitive process can lead to the formation of beliefs based on perceived, rather than actual, information. Expectation bias occurs when preconceived notions influence how we interpret information. Our prior beliefs or expectations can unconsciously shape our perceptions of events or data. This bias can lead to misinterpretations, as we tend to see what we expect to see. It highlights how internal mental frameworks impact the objective analysis of external stimuli. Misread natural phenomena often form the basis for mythical legends and folklore across cultures. These phenomena, initially unexplained, are interpreted through existing cultural narratives and beliefs. Human error in observation or interpretation plays a significant role in their transformation into legends. For instance, unusual cloud formations or optical illusions can be perceived as mythical creatures or events. Thus, scientific understanding often demystifies what was once attributed to supernatural forces. The Loch Ness Monster, or Nessie, is a cryptid said to inhabit Loch Ness in the Scottish Highlands. Numerous sightings and alleged photographs have fueled public fascination for decades. However, a dominant skeptical explanation attributes these phenomena to misidentification or hoaxes. This perspective suggests that sightings are often of known animals, objects, or optical illusions. Modern investigations leverage a diverse array of scientific tools to gather comprehensive data. Sonar technology is employed for underwater mapping and detecting submerged objects or anomalies. Advanced underwater imaging systems capture high-resolution visuals in challenging aquatic environments. Drones provide aerial surveillance, remote sensing, and access to difficult-to-reach locations. Webcams offer continuous monitoring and real-time visual documentation of specific areas or events. Environmental DNA, eDNA sampling identifies species presence through genetic material in environmental samples. Sonar technology utilizes sound waves to navigate, communicate, and detect objects underwater. It operates by emitting acoustic pulses and analyzing the echoes that return from submerged features. The time taken for the sound to travel and return determines the distance to an object or the seabed. This data is then processed and displayed, creating detailed maps of underwater topography. Sonar scans are crucial for mapping the depths of bodies of water, like lochs, and identifying submerged structures. The technology provides essential information for scientific research, navigation, and underwater exploration. Underwater imaging plays a crucial role in exploring and monitoring aquatic environments. Remote camera systems are deployed to capture visual data in challenging underwater conditions. These cameras are designed to withstand water pressure and operate in low-light settings. Footage from an underwater camera demonstrates the collection of visual data in the loch. The captured imagery provides valuable insights into aquatic life and geological formations. This technology enables non-invasive observation and research of submerged ecosystems. Drones offer an advanced method for surveying large geographical areas efficiently and precisely. An aerial view from a drone provides comprehensive coverage of the loch's surface. This technology allows for detailed mapping and analysis of the water body. The drone also captures extensive data from the surrounding terrestrial areas. Such surveys are crucial for environmental monitoring, land management, and topographical studies. The high-resolution imagery and data collected enhance accuracy in various applications. Webcam monitoring provides continuous surveillance of a specific area. A live feed simulation demonstrates real-time visual data capture. This technology is used to observe activity, such as monitoring a loch. The simulation illustrates the ongoing visual data stream from the webcam. Environmental DNA, eDNA, sampling is a method used to detect species by analyzing genetic material from their environment. This process involves collecting samples like water, soil, or air, which may contain traces of DNA shed by organisms. In the laboratory, specialized equipment is used to extract and purify the eDNA from these environmental samples. Advanced molecular techniques, such as PCR, then amplify specific DNA sequences present in the extracted material. By comparing these sequences to genetic databases, scientists can identify the presence of various species. A high-profile environmental eDNA project was conducted to investigate specific ecological questions. The project involved collecting and analyzing genetic material present in environmental samples. The primary objective was to detect the presence of a large, unknown reptile-like creature. However, the comprehensive analysis of the eDNA samples yielded no evidence of such a creature. The eDNA project investigates environmental DNA to identify species in aquatic environments. This research method analyzes genetic material shed by organisms into their surroundings. The project highlighted that some reported observations could be attributed to known species. Specifically, the findings suggested that eels might be responsible for certain sightings. The legend of the Loch Ness Monster has captivated imaginations for centuries. Despite numerous expeditions, concrete evidence of its existence remains elusive. More recent searches for the mythical creature continue to draw global attention. These investigations often involve advanced technology and dedicated teams. Volunteer participation is a significant aspect of many modern Loch Ness searches. Volunteers contribute to the ongoing effort to uncover the truth behind the legend. Ongoing events or stories frequently capture significant media attention. This sustained interest is often driven by public curiosity or new developments. News reports and graphic representations highlight the continuous focus. Media coverage plays a crucial role in keeping a story relevant and current. The constant reporting ensures the narrative remains in the public consciousness. The existence of the Loch Ness Monster, or Nessie, remains a subject of popular fascination. Despite numerous investigations and extensive public interest, scientific consensus is lacking. Researchers have conducted various studies to find definitive evidence of its existence. These scientific efforts have spanned decades, utilizing diverse methodologies. However, no accepted biological proof of Nessie has emerged from these investigations. The absence of verifiable evidence means Nessie remains a cryptid, not a recognized species. Loch Ness is renowned for its deep and expansive waters, contributing to its enigmatic reputation. The loch's dark coloration is due to peat particles, limiting light penetration and visibility. Its waters maintain a consistently cold temperature, even during warmer months due to its depth. These characteristics create an environment that is both visually striking and profoundly mysterious. The deep, dark, and cold nature of Loch Ness is central to its legendary allure and scientific intrigue. Ambiguous shapes are forms or outlines that lack clear definition or precise identification. These forms often appear in environments with limited visibility, such as murky water or low light. The human mind attempts to interpret these unclear visual stimuli, often filling in gaps with familiar patterns. This cognitive process can lead to misinterpretations, where vague shapes are perceived as distinct entities. Such ambiguous visual experiences frequently contribute to the creation and perpetuation of myths and legends. Distant movements on a body of water can often appear ambiguous or unclear to an observer. The visual information received from afar is frequently limited and subject to distortion. Factors such as distance, light conditions, and atmospheric haze can obscure details. These conditions contribute to the difficulty in accurately discerning the nature of surface activity. Consequently, what is perceived may not accurately reflect the actual events occurring on the water. This highlights how visual cues from distant water movements can lead to misinterpretations. The unique environmental conditions of Loch Ness contribute to its mythologizing potential. These conditions create an environment where unusual observations can be easily misinterpreted. Factors such as water turbidity and light refraction can distort visual perceptions. The loch's vastness and depth also add to the mystery, making definitive identification difficult. This combination of elements makes the loch especially prone to the creation and perpetuation of myths. The endurance of a legend can be significantly influenced by its surrounding environment. A specific setting often plays a crucial role in preserving and perpetuating a legend over time. The environment itself acts as a constant reminder, reinforcing the narrative's presence. This intrinsic link between setting and story helps to keep the legend alive and relevant. The enduring role of the loch in sightings culture supports the inference of its mysterious nature. This cultural phenomenon is sustained by a continuous history of reported sightings. The loch has become synonymous with the search for an elusive creature. Ongoing search efforts contribute to the legend's persistence and public interest. The continuous quest for evidence reinforces the loch's unique cultural significance. This interplay of sightings and searches solidifies the loch's mythical status. The enduring fascination with the Loch Ness Monster, or Nessie, is sustained by several key elements. One primary element is ancient folklore, which has woven tales of mysterious creatures in Scottish lochs for centuries. These historical narratives provide a deep cultural root for the legend, predating modern sightings. Modern media significantly amplifies Nessie's legend through documentaries, films, and news reports. This media exposure keeps the mystery alive and introduces it to new generations globally. Finally, ongoing scientific searching and expeditions, though often inconclusive, fuel public interest and debate. The concept of discovery is deeply intertwined with human curiosity. It taps into an innate desire to explore the unknown and uncover new information. This drive is fueled by the possibility that something valuable or significant remains hidden. The thrill arises from the anticipation and potential reward of finding the undiscovered. This psychological aspect motivates exploration across various fields, from science to art. It represents the excitement of expanding knowledge and understanding the world around us. The concept explores situations where enigmas endure despite a lack of strong supporting data. It highlights that even when evidence is considered weak, the mystery often persists. This phenomenon occurs even when the available information is disputed or contradictory. The human inclination to seek answers can maintain interest in unresolved questions. Thus, the absence of conclusive proof does not always diminish the perceived existence of a mystery. Mystery, by its very nature, evokes strong emotional responses in individuals. The unknown stimulates curiosity, drawing people into its enigmatic embrace. This inherent human desire for understanding fuels engagement with unresolved questions. The absence of clear answers can generate feelings of wonder, awe, or even apprehension. These powerful emotions contribute to the enduring appeal and impact of mysterious phenomena. Thus, the emotional resonance ensures that the mystery remains a compelling force for many. News snippets provide insights into current perceptions of a legend. These snippets often highlight recent searches and investigations related to the legend. They also include yearly sighting reports, indicating ongoing public interest. Such reports demonstrate that the legend remains active in contemporary discourse. This shows the legend is not merely a historical artifact, but a living cultural phenomenon. The continuous flow of information reinforces the legend's relevance in modern times. The Loch Ness Monster is a prominent figure in folklore and cryptozoology. It is believed to inhabit Loch Ness in the Scottish Highlands. Numerous sightings and alleged photographs have fueled its mystique for centuries. Despite extensive searches, conclusive scientific evidence of its existence remains elusive. The legend continues to attract tourists and researchers to the region. The Loch Ness Monster stands as one of the world's most famous and enduring legends. Numerous sightings of unexplained phenomena have been reported across various locations. These reports have prompted repeated and thorough investigations by relevant authorities and experts. The graphic summarizes the extensive nature of these observations and subsequent inquiries. This indicates a sustained effort to analyze and understand the reported occurrences. The existence of a large unknown creature in Loch Ness remains a subject of public fascination. Despite numerous investigations and anecdotal reports, definitive proof is lacking. Scientific methodology requires verifiable evidence to establish consensus. Currently, the scientific community has not reached a consensus on the creature's existence. Therefore, the claim of a large unknown creature in Loch Ness lacks scientific validation. The legend of the Loch Ness Monster, affectionately known as Nessie, has captivated imaginations for centuries. Reports of a large, mysterious creature inhabiting the deep waters of Loch Ness in Scotland date back to ancient times. Modern interest surged in the 20th century with photographic evidence and eyewitness accounts, though many were debunked. Despite numerous scientific expeditions and sonar scans, no definitive proof of Nessie's existence has ever been found. Some theories suggest misidentification of known animals, while others propose a surviving plesiosaur or a geological phenomenon. The real secret of Nessie lies not in its physical form, but in its enduring power to inspire wonder and mystery. A legend is a traditional story, often regarded as historical but unauthenticated. It typically involves heroic figures, mythical creatures, or extraordinary events. The power of a legend lies not in its factual veracity, but in its cultural impact. Legends shape beliefs, influence behavior, and transmit values across generations. They can inspire awe, fear, or hope, even if the subject is not proven to exist. The enduring influence of a legend transcends its literal truth, residing in its narrative force. The movement of water, often subtle, can carry profound symbolic meaning. Ripples on the water's surface are a visual representation of impact and influence. These ripples demonstrate how an event or entity can continue to affect its environment. Even without a physical presence, the effects of a legend can persist. The metaphor suggests that the legend's influence still moves through the water. This symbolizes an enduring legacy, echoing through time and space. Legends often persist in cultural narratives, transcending the need for tangible proof. The phrase, "even when nothing is there," highlights this phenomenon. It signifies that a legend's existence is not contingent on concrete evidence or physical presence. The power of belief and storytelling can sustain a narrative independently. This demonstrates the inherent human capacity for imagination and collective memory. Thus, a legend can thrive and evolve, even in the complete absence of verifiable facts. Folklore, encompassing traditional beliefs and stories, often predates scientific understanding. Scientific scrutiny applies rigorous methods to test and explain natural phenomena. Despite scientific explanations, folklore frequently maintains its cultural relevance and presence. This graphic illustrates the enduring nature of folklore even when confronted by scientific findings. Human imagination is a powerful cognitive faculty, enabling the creation of novel ideas and concepts. It allows individuals to conceive of possibilities beyond immediate sensory experience. This capacity is fundamental to problem solving, artistic expression, and scientific discovery. Imagination sustains the exploration and understanding of complex, abstract mysteries. The Loch Ness Monster remains one of the world's most captivating and enduring mysteries. Despite numerous expeditions and investigations, concrete evidence of its existence remains elusive. This lack of definitive proof has only fueled its legendary status and global fascination. The creature's story is deeply embedded in Scottish folklore and popular culture. Its enigmatic presence continues to draw tourists and researchers to the Scottish Highlands. The legacy of mystery ensures the Loch Ness Monster's enduring appeal across generations.